The Episcopal Diocese of Central Philippines is a constituent member of the Anglican Communion and of the Episcopal Church in the Philippines, whose jurisdiction includes the National Capital Region, part of Central Luzon in the provinces of Nueva Ecija, Bulacan, and Bataan, the Southern Tagalog region with the provinces of Rizal, Laguna, Quezon, Batangas, and Cavite, the Mimaropa region with the provinces of Mindoro and Palawan, and the mission work in the province of Aklan. EDCP was established in October 1971 on the basis of a resolution approved by the House of Bishops meeting in Pacoima, North Pennsylvania in the USA. The resolution was to divide the lone missionary diocese of the Philippines into 3 dioceses. EDCP is referred to as the continuing diocese. The other 2 dioceses are the Episcopal Diocese of Southern Philippines and the Episcopal Diocese of Northern Philippines, who elected their diocesan bishops at their respective primary conventions in 1972. The first bishop of EDCP was the Right Reverend Benito Cabanban. He was consecrated bishop in February 24, 1959. He first served as a suffragan bishop, bishop coadjutor, and diocesan bishop respectively of the missionary diocese from 1959 to 1971, and continued on as a diocesan bishop of the Episcopal Diocese of Central Philippines until his retirement in May 1, 1978. The Cathedral of St. Mary and St. John was the cathedral of EDCP at the time. Filipino clergy took active role in the ministry of the cathedral in the persons of the Reverend Virgilio Balanza being the first Filipino dean, joined by the Filipino canons in the persons of the Reverend Ramon Alipit and Reverend Andrew Sacoyap. The Reverend Manuel Lumpias became the second diocesan bishop on May 1, 1978 until his retirement in 1995. During this period was the division of EDCP into 2 dioceses. In February 1989, the Episcopal Diocese of North Central Philippines was established. After the division, 4 parishes of EDCP was retained in its jurisdiction, namely St. Stephen's Parish, Cathedral of St. Mary and St. John, St. Peter's Parish, and Holy Trinity Parish. These parishes remained to be a symbol of the missionary zeal who thrived in the different contexts of their ministries, highlighting the diversity of the diocese. The Church of the Holy Trinity became a pro-cathedral in October 28, 1990, then full cathedral in 1993. Holy Trinity from its beginning had always been an expatriate congregation for the most part, but in recent years this has changed considerably, and at present it is an even mixture of Chinese, Filipino, Americans, Europeans, Asians, and Filipino. St. Stephen's Parish was established in 1902 and became a self-supporting parish in 1904. It was originally an Anglo-American congregation and increased steadily among the Chinese community with Father Hobart Studley and wife Mrs. Edith Studley. In September 1907, the Methodist missionaries turned over the Chinese mission work to the Episcopal Church. Among the members who was part of the transfer was Mr. Ben Gapai, who was a teacher by profession and subsequently got ordained as a deacon in the Episcopal Church. St. Stephen's was originally located in Reina Regente Street, but transferred to Calle Magdalena, now Masangkay Street, following the Second World War. St. Stephen at present has the biggest number of members in all the congregations of EDCP. It served as the pro-cathedral of the diocese from 2004 until 2020. Together with the parish for the education ministry is St. Stephen's High School, founded in 1917, and is considered the first Christian Chinese school established in Luzon. St. Stephen High School now ranks among the most respected schools in the nation, providing a world-class education for students in grades pre-kinder through grade 12. St. Peter's Parish was organized in 1931 among the Cantonese-speaking Chinese congregation of St. Stephen. The congregation settled in Misericordia Street, but the church was destroyed during the war, where they finally settled at Reina Regente and built a church in 1970. The Cathedral of St. Mary and St. John, consecrated in 1907 in Calle Isaac Peral, was the center of the mission and worship of the missionary district. The original building was bombed during the war and was transferred to its current location in E. Rodriguez, Quezon City. The present cathedral building was consecrated in February 1962 and now stands proud as the center of the official seat of the Prime Bishop and for the worship of the now 7 dioceses of ECP. In 1990, with the creation of Metro C, the Cathedral of St. Mary and St. John was removed from the jurisdiction of EDCP, then in 2015 returned as a parish of EDCP. The next decade ushered the expansion of the mission work towards Marikina, Taguig, Rizal, Cavite and Laguna, Batangas and Mindoro. This was given impetus by the appointment of the Reverend Andrew Sacoyap as the Canon Missioner. Similar expansion towards Nueva Ecija with the evangelistic seal of the Reverend George Fitisa. In the 1990s, saw the expansion work to more places in Metro Manila, Quezon Province and Palawan. The Reverend Nen Mapangdol started work in Infanta, Quezon. The expansion to Tagusao, Palawan, initiated by layman Mr. Gregorio Kibuyan. The Fairview Episcopal Restoration Church was established in the 90s with the leading of the Reverend Rex Reyes, who is now the first bishop of EDCP. St. Luke's, the beloved Precision, through the committed labors of the Reverend David Bakayan and Reverend Benjamin Butungan, became an organized mission in 1991 from a Concordat church earlier. Reverend Butungan became the 3rd diocesan bishop of EDCP on May 26, 1996, replacing Bishop Manuel Lumpias following his retirement. New vision was cast for the new decade, ushering a steady growth and development in its membership and expansion of mission areas. During the period, 12 preaching stations have been established in Nueva Ecija, Palawan, Marikina, Rizal, Cavite, and Mindoro. In August 28, 2003, the Right Reverend Dixie Tacloba was installed as the 4th diocesan bishop, replacing the Right Reverend Benjamin Butungan upon his retirement. During the period, preaching stations in Caloocan, Montalban, Rizal, Laguna, Quezon Province, and Aklan are established. The mission work in Aklan was through the missionary zeal of the Reverend Danilo Bautista and now thrives as a vibrant congregation called the Church of the Good Shepherd, leading the missionary expansion in the Visayas region towards a full establishment of a diocese in the future. It was also during this period when the diocesan center was transferred to Novaliches, Quezon City, and a property where St. Luke's Episcopal Church is located. Currently, EDCP is made up of 7 full parishes, 7 aided parishes, 14 organized missions, 3 institutions, and 29 preaching stations. Other institutions of EDCP are Brent International School Manila, located in Binyan, Laguna and established in 1984 in Pasig City. Brent Manila is the second campus of Brent International School Baguio, founded in 1909. In 1997, Brent International School Manila began construction of a new campus in Mamplasan, Binyan. The campus opened in 1999. The Pasig campus finally closed in 2008. Brent School continues to provide a quality Western-style education in a nurturing atmosphere of acceptance and tolerance with a positive sense of community and ability to support students in mind, body, and spirit that it proudly traces to her unique inception in 1909. Holy Spirit Christian Learning Center was established in June 1994 and was in operation until in 2021 it had to close down due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Among the important ministry of the diocese is the life and work of the lay organizations, the Episcopal Church Women, the Brotherhood of St. Andrew, and the Samahang Kabatang Episcopal sa Pilipinas. Each of the lay organizations play a crucial role in the mission and evangelism work of the diocese. The ECW, for instance, runs a pasasalamat program where members and families express their thanksgiving through daily offering of prayer and gifts. Mission expansion and construction of new church buildings are being supported through the pasasalamat program. The Brotherhood of St. Andrew meanwhile continue to offer avenue for men and young men for spiritual growth in their discipline of prayer, study, and service. EDCP meanwhile plays a vital role in helping teens integrate into the larger and integrational community of the church and help the church stay relevant in today's generation. In March 2019, the Right Reverend Rex Reyes was installed as the 5th Diocesan Bishop. Bishop Reyes would soon declare St. Luke's Episcopal Church the Cathedral of the Diocese, which was confirmed by the 48th Diocesan Convention in March 2020. The current location of the cathedral and the diocesan center has become strategic, not only for the diocese but for the entire region, with the current transport and infrastructure developments such as the Metro Rail 7 and Skyway extension connecting South Expressway and North Expressway and linking Bulacan and Metro Manila. This offers ease of access to the diocesan center from the different directions within Metro Manila, Laguna, and Bulacan. The change of leadership ushered a new vision of the diocese towards 2029. Mission and evangelism and organizational processes is now being consolidated into CARES framework: consolidation, advocacy, renewal, evangelism, and sustainability. This is designed to set the direction towards the attainment of Vision 2029. It is also during the period where expansions toward Bicol region is currently being established. As we carry on with the ministry, the COVID-19 pandemic has brought us challenges, but at the same time offered us new way of doing things while we remain steadfast in pursuance of Vision 2029. As the Bishop puts it, we not only look back where we have been, but also believe that we are able to do what we did because of God's grace. The same grace is the means by which we can do what lie ahead. The grace and the will to pursue and persevere, that is to be steadfastness towards achieving Vision 2029. Congregations, disciples for Christ faithfully engage in mission expansion, multiplying sustainable parishes, and working towards the creation of